I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stare, just give me up, don't stare. I'm so gone, no, I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stare, just give me up, don't stare.
Ooh la la.
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Lane speaking, and wishing you a safe travels to your crypto destination. For those of you traveling with mice, please securely position your cursor over the like button below and right-click with your favorite finger. For those with touchscreen devices, we ask that you gently press the
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no.
You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend.
Surprise! Surprise, surprise, surprise! Welcome to the midday stream here on Road Dogg Crypto. Today we're looking at Solana meme coins. Now things are kind of popping down right now because how do you know? We've lost this little guy here on our total 3. Not great, not great. So expect crypto. Expect your altcoins to take a little hit. I was recommending to take profits as close to these zones as we can get, however high that we got, to kind of pay yourself a little bit in preparation for probably what we're going to experience here in just a little bit. Having trouble hearing myself. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat room here, which would consist of you, Mr. Dave P. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We're looking at some good stuff. Looking at Solana meme coins, going to take, when is a juicy price to get in? Tell you a little bit what I'm doing because I'm starting to play the Solana meme game. Now, I may have been silly, but I threw in a little bit. I mean, a tiny little bit. I got a few Solana that I'm going to play this game with. And some of these positions I've already thrown in, we're talking like 0.1 Solana into a kind of a shotgun approach, which kind of it will let me gauge when they come down by the price that we got. It's just one way that I can track these and not forget about them or anything. I'm doing it all on my Phantom wallet here. I'm not doing it on an exchange. So this will all be Dexes that I'll be using and a little strategy, but whatever. We're going to look at meme coins and see which ones are the juicy ones that might be the good points to get into, because we're looking to lose this area, but also to come back down and retest this area. So for total 3, which means altcoins are going to come down, lose several billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars. Probably about 40 billion overall before maybe things go back up. If we can catch our altcoins when we're getting this bounce, we want to make sure we got it and confirmed. We're looking ahead is what we're doing. We're not saying, hey, let's FOMO in, ride the roller coaster down and lose money. We're going to look when the roller coaster starts headed back up. We want to be in a good place and take advantage. And even if it's not a huge move out of altcoins coming back up, we can still make some really good games in these meme coins, in my opinion. And I've got several signs that are giving me some indications that we should get a bounce there. Maybe not even make it all the way down there. We're at a level of support right now that we bounced off of here on the daily. So maybe get a retest idea. There might be a short-term gain in there. I don't know. We'll take a look at the market. The first one I've got that I was interested in that kind of kicked this off with me was Elon Musk. I think this is part of the crypto banner. I look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin going up right now, baby. Bitcoin getting all the dominance right now. Uh-oh, I can't. We're not talking about Bitcoin. I know, but I got to draw a trend line. I just got to. It tells me when I need to worry about getting out. All right, so over on Dex Tools, which I've already got Moosk pulled up over here, pre-charted, did it right for the stream here. Don't usually do that. So Elon Musk, what's got me interested in this was seeing that we have a trend line here. It came down, not even really testing that. And that's a bullish sign to me. And we started getting a reversal here. Now I'm seeing the possibility of Elon Musk, of Moosk Coin, coming back up here to the 0.00228 area. We're currently at 0.0017. If we can make it up there, that's possibly a 20% gain. Now I do expect some turbulence up in these areas. We got some areas to contend with. If we track our trend lines, I like that. I do like that. I'm looking for some potential areas here for support, and our new trend line that we've got established, which it broke here, which may be a good sign since we wicked down and reestablished this trend, broke it, came back in. I'll take that as being very nice. Very nice. So I'm going to see if I can identify any kind of channel out of this idea. Let me extend this guy out, give me some breathing room here. Okay, so she may not quite make it up there according to our trend line. Maybe 0.0021 we want to look at. before she might get rejected and come down, or considering that this may be a bear trap idea. If this is breached, she may keep on going, and that's why I'm starting to look at 0.0028 in some of these areas. What we're looking at basically on the kind of bigger picture here, we're on a 4-hour chart, by the way. We got a kind of a nice rounded bottom. It came down. People calling a cup in hand. It was because this is a continuation pattern, so they're more likely not to work out for a cup in handy idea there. So we're coming down impossible. This may be a bigger double bottom. We might be doing something like this, and doing a mini double bottom in our confirmation. There's lots of different things that we could be looking at here, but the closer we can buy to a trend line here or here, the better we are, and the closer that we can take a little profit at a trend line or one of these target areas, well, all the wealthier we are, basically. I don't have there's my reverse button. Let's get some of these things off of there. So Elon Musk is what I'm looking for. Let's come down to the smaller time frame. Just to kind of get a feels for what she's doing here. Because she's on a nice little trend. So if you're in this one like I am already, here's what I'm doing. We got a bottom here, a higher. We're doing higher highs and higher lows. We're basically making a channel. And we're even getting a little hints of parabolic activity, okay? Because we're deviating even from this newly established trend lines of our higher highs and higher lows. So I want to take that in consideration, especially on the short term here, since I'm already in this one. And this one's been, doing okay since I got in. So most of the other ones have been suffering. Remember, altcoins are taking a hit right now. So we want to look for the possibility, given the terms of the market, this may not happen. Be ready for that. So we may just come up and lose this trend and then come down and maybe even lose. We don't know, but we got to keep those ideas in mind right now with this market. But if she does actually break up here, that could be part of this big parabolic move, and we'd see a strong move. And that's where I'm looking at 0.002 or 0.0035 right up here in this area. So just some things. I'm liking Moosk. And if you wanted to look at it a little bit of a different way, we got a breakout right here. So we look at this and we know that when you get a breakout from a falling wedge, which is how most people will see this, and yeah, it makes a nice one, really. You do have a chance to retest the entry level. Keep that in mind. So if you haven't got the juicy prices in, on a retest, we might actually retest these areas 0.00144. That would be the area I would look for to actually make sure we get a bounce. But that would be the area I would look at for targeting for a bigger entry. So I've got a little skin in the game here, and if we can get profit, that's all the better. But if we lose it, I'm actually looking for these areas to maybe add another, maybe double my bag, what I got. Remember, they're small right now, so I'm trying to build a position, and I want to safeguard myself just in case we do come down to these older areas. I want to have more to put in here, a little less here, and just the wee little amount that I got started here. That way, if we come down, I build a bigger bag. If we don't come down, we start going crazy. Well, I know I can add in when we start showing some really good strength. But given the market that we got right now, well, it's looking like we're going to get a little pullback. So Moosk on the radars. Well, let's see if we can come over here to, let's see, TradingView. And let's see, another one that looked kind of hot to me. Let's see how it looks right now is Gmeow. And I'm going to go in a minute. I've got a whole big list of these. I mean, like, here's a list. This is going to take more than one show to go over it. I'm going to go over some of the lesser known ones, lesser known to me ones, and see what they look like, what the charts look like too. So Gmeow here. Are we on dollars or are we on Sol? Solana. To wrap, so because this isn't giving us this is GME. Gmeow. I guess we're gonna stick with Dex Tools. All right, so Dex Tools. I never know how to get out of Dex Tools. All right, we're just waiting on Dex Tools. All right. So Gmeow, we'll just quickly take a look at some of these. Some of these we may stop on, some of them we may pass on and come back to later. I'm just looking for what might be looking kind of good soon. We don't have to go into big ass technical breakdowns on everything, but here we go. Oh, I got one to 4 hours. She's nice. She's doing good today, right? This is a 4-hour chart, and she's at her tops. So she's not really being affected. That means you might be looking at a place to take a little profit soon. Just given what the bigger market is saying about total 3. Might be a good idea. We're at the 618 right now, just past it. That's a good sign. So right here, for Gmeow in it already, 0.001954 would probably be a good little target to think about paying yourself just a wee little bit. And maybe looking, if we start showing some reversal signs, maybe get out of your position and get in a better price. Indicators are very hot right now. We're definitely hot, but there's no bearish divergence here, which I would normally assume, but since there's not, that's telling me that we can actually hit those targets. 0.00194. See if we can throw a price ticker up there. Where are you, price ticker? Price ticker? Oh man. Price label. So there. But don't rule out the one ahead of it, that 0.02173 area here can also get hit. It's not often you see it, but if this is a really bullish move, then we might hit 0.0021. But nice start. I'm going to check one more thing here. I'm going to pull this up to the top here and just see where we are in our overall scheme of things. All right, we're coming up to our 382, and that's also where we got our targets. See how they line up? It's the language of the fibs and how they just interact with each other. It's amazing and beautiful. All right, so, but I'm going to throw another one out there. Well, I'll throw another 2. 0.002451 should also get tested as well. In the bigger picture, I like 0.00296. That's one to go for right there. That's the big 618 Fibonacci area where a lot of people will be taking profit. A lot of people sell. You might want to front run at 0.00293, just right under 0.003. Front run that a little bit, and I think that would be a nice little profit area. If this one is to continue up there, because that's about 78% gain. This one's not showing sign of retracement yet, but I think she's got a little bit more gas in the tank. Honestly, what I would expect her to do is come up here to this area and then possibly get rejected there, probably retest some areas. That's what I actually say that should play out. But if I'm wrong and she wants to get hella bullish, those are some great profit taking areas in my personal opinion. Let's turn these over red for sale. So Gmeow. Now I'm going to go over some that aren't as well known, that looked interesting. There's one called Pajama over on Solana. And let's take a look at this little guy. I want to zoom out to the daily. Let's get the big picture here. Daily chart, she's making higher highs and higher lows so far. Looking good, and she's also having a decent day today in the green so far. We've got a secondary trend line going on right here. First one was kind of down here, a little slanted. But we got a new one, right? This is the one we need to worry about. Well, this guy's pretty much already played out, already tested for support. You want to look at it that way? Now, that angle is probably still in play a little bit. That's probably why we're getting our rejection here. However, keep this idea in mind. And we're just doing price action right now. We don't need to pull out any higher tricks at the moment. But now we got this idea. So we can get above this area at 0.037 area. We do have a chance to come up right here to 0.045. So that one looks very interesting to me, as we're starting to first signs of a parabolic move. It doesn't have to stop here, but this is a good sign as long as we respect this trend line. Or lose this trend line, which is currently like 0.023. 0.0235 area, you expect things to just drop a lot. But right now, pretty good. See, somebody just bought $1,000 of that guy right there. You're more ballsy than I am. I don't have that much in this. I'm still slightly going in. Here we're on the 4 hour. Now we are seeing the effect of the pullback that we got today. So if you do chart this, and what I recommend is a good old solid trend line to help you know when you don't need to buy anymore. And right now it's saying don't buy right now. Don't buy. Smaller term time frames are saying maybe we might be coming back to 228, somewhere right through there. This is the area where we will pull out a few things like a fib, gonna swing high to swing low, and let's see if that comes in at the 618 with this trend line. Good confluence right there. It might take it a while to get there, so let's go ahead. The 618 says 0.0232. So that might be finesse this. Somewhere around 0.0235, somewhere through there. I'll be looking. See if we get a confirmed bounce there, then that trend line holds, then we get more upside. If this trend line does not hold, then might have some downside. I warn against that because it did poke a hole there. It looks like a nice little bottom. It does look like a good bottom. So if we come down and don't quite make this one, so if we do get a bounce here, that'd be a good sign. But we'll break the trend line, she could be coming down. Now, let me show you where. I would expect her to hit right down here, 0.0082. If that happens, that would be a good area to pick it up. If you hit it, that should be a turnaround area right here. So if we lose this trend line, I'm looking at 0.008-ish for a dang good place to probably put an order. We want to see what happens there, but that would be how I would play this little guy. So we need to put this little guy, make him green. Take this little guy, I think he would be good, but we'll put him here because this means start as ape in. If you really want to protect your capital, you wait for a confirmed bounce. Maybe you know, a high, a low, and breaking a little high. Maybe you want to be. That's a more conservative way to look at it. So pajamas, I kind of like that one. And there's one called POU. And let's take a look at this. Is it pole with hat? Like poultry with hat? Is that? I don't know what this is. Pole? It's like a rock. I have no idea, but you know, I saw a chart. I saw something on the chart that just kind of made me look interesting. So let's see if it's still holding true today. Yeah. So I'm seeing the double bottom scenarios here on these, right? So this is it. Now it's risky, but that's what the meme coins are. But when you start zooming out here on the 4 hour, she got a double bottom. Now this is the part that I'm usually kind of concerned about when I see this and they come down, because I'm always expecting the possibility that we'll get a Bart Simpson butt crack, which if I make this yellow, you can see it. Yeah, see, there's Bart Simpson's butt crack. There's his t-shirt. Probably his pants right here. You know what? Yeah, however you want to look at it. But she's been making higher lows, or been testing this area. So it's about another little double bottom on this area. So if we pull a fib, get a retracement there, we can use a little fib magic. That's a 786er. Oh my gosh, it's got a 786er right there. So I like this one, what it's doing. It needs to get up higher than this one. It's got that little, it's also got technically a double top right now. So we've got to get past 0.01082 area, whatever this top candle was right here. We need to get past it. Hopefully get past this. That would be, but our indicators are kind of heated, baby. So there might be a little pull mark before that happens. All right, so we're gonna do fibs, then we'll do trend lines. I don't know, I'll mix them up. So with this one, with that deep of a retracement there was for this move, I'm going to put a couple of targets up here. 0.01399, just right under 1.014, right in that area. And we also got to look at it, may just come up here and do a double top to this area. So 0.028, you might want to front run that just a wee little bit. I think it's technically 0.01297. So those two areas for short term, I'm looking for, but for a bigger target in case she gets a little bullish. Look for this guy. 1618. Arati. So double bottom, and what we're looking for is basically a neckline, which would be right here, getting past this point. If we can get past this point right here, but we got a nice little neckline. We got a measure move for this little guy we can take to give us a little indication of where we can actually be headed to, and that's bigger than what we got at all, right? And we're talking about possibility of hitting 0.022 for a longer term play here. If you're patient and want to play that, there is a measure move that suggests maybe that's where I plan on heading once I get past this area. I like that idea. I like buying the bottoms of things, and that's usually where the majority of all my gains come from. I'm going to look at this trend line. I think this is relevant to point out right here. I mean, in the Gissa thing, if I'm drawing out a brand new trend line, I'm going here. But looking from where we've been, and that's what we would have been tracking, you got a bear trap scenario, which means that this could be a really nice move up to reclaim these areas. So right now, POU is a little bit hot, might get a pullback. She already had her retest right here of the trend line right here, came down this way. So she may not be coming back down anymore this time soon on the 4 hour, from what I can see. A little wavering in the trend line, but basically that's holding pretty nice. Pretty nice. So as long as this trend line holds, we're good. This trend line breaks, well, and then we got to start looking at some other areas to maybe try to get her in, and let's see if we can identify those right now. Where are you, price tag? Why do you always run away from me? So it would be along this trend line. And if nothing else, if that doesn't hold, well, we got our new one that established, which may be retested just to say, so I told you. So doubtful that it comes down here, but it might. If it does, that's definitely a good area. It may bounce off here, and if she keeps respecting this trend line, I'm expecting us to hit this target right up here, 0.01272 very soon. And from where we are right now, 0.01, that's a little ways, about a 27-25% gain. Where we are. Why, I bought to 27. Ha 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 ha. That was easy math on that one. Don't expect it all the time though. So coolio. Gino Zilote. Play the meme coins. I play them, I just don't play them crazy, but I've decided that, well, I'm going to venture out to get a little bit more reckless over on Solana. So I'm going a little degen on them, but controlled degen. Check Maga, is it worth it? Is it worth it anytime soon? Let's see what we got. I might have that on the centralized exchange. Or in my portfolio. So we got two different ones. We got the one with a hat. Uh-oh. Then we got the one that's got the pic. Oh, gosh darn it. And there's this one down here. I just got the picture of Trump. I think that might be the one I have. So Solana. Yeah, we're sticking with Solana. I'm going to assume we're talking about Solana since the stream is about Solana. Gosh darn it, there's two of them there too. Trump's hat. Okay, and then Maga. This is the one that and then there's this one. And this was Make America Great Again. Trump has. Jeez. So many. Hopefully this is the right one. The Trump one, okay. That looks like a nice little 886 retracement there to me. So 3 targets I can give. That deeper retracement is going to have a little bit of a stumble to make a higher high. So there'll be some good plays in between there, in my personal opinion. And that will be these guys. Let's see, I'm on the 4 hour here. trend line's broken. That's our horizontal support. If you want to look for more strong horizontal support, right there would be an area to look at. By my calculation, I like that. Oh, there's a good support resistance. And that is a good area right there. We'll let the trend line win on that one. So I gotta see it get past basically about 7 cents. Once we get past 7 cents, we can start looking at those higher areas. If we're below 7 cents, well, we could possibly... You could see something like, you know, a double bottom scenario. So that's why it's important to get up here. This is, in my terms, this is the accumulation area. This is the stack it up big portfolio-wise area that you want to look at, if that's your game plan. But once we get past here, then that's when the magic happens. So are we going to bump up and go here, or are we going to get rejected and go there? So the first area that we gotta clear, and a good area for a target, which is a little ways away from where we are right now. .06, no, it was right under 0.7. 6933 is the actual number I got for my fib pull. And if we do get rejected from that area, then I would be looking for these to be buy targets. We might get a little bit of a correction down to 0.03. Or 0.041, so we could be looking for a bounce off of either of these two areas to adjust its strength. If it gets rejected here and does a double bottom kind of idea. There's always possibility it can come right back down to the very bottom to test it, but we're also looking for a higher high too. It's a good sign. That would be a good sign that it's probably going to break through on this next try. So that's what we would be looking for if we get rejected here, or if we come up and hopefully retest it. Doesn't have to retest that area, but should before making it up. So we got those two scenarios to look for. It all depends on what we do at 7 cents, basically. Lock the call. Did we get the higher target? Higher targets at point. Oh, we got 15 cents out of this guy for the higher target I got. And that would be a great place to take profit, because a lot of people probably will be right there. And if it does for some reason, it keeps getting bullish. There might be a higher target at 18, and also over here at about 21 cents. So now that would be a nice come up. We're at 5 cents and going up to 20 cents as a 4x. Yeah, that's the kind of moves. And if you're just peeling off a little bit as you go up, then you can make it up there. So unlocks it. I wish I could put this on a bigger screen without it getting stuck on me. So and we got people selling right now. Gino 2 says second one is the one that Donald Trump is holding. I said, I think you got the wrong one. Oh, you mean the one about 4? Okay. Yeah, oh, the big one. Yeah. I think that's just Trump. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, she's going up today. Cool. It was down to like 13 something. Well, that's another one that I was trying to play. So not yet though. This could be a bearish retest, meaning we'll get rejected here and come down cheaper. However, if she breaks up back into this trend line, let's say that she gets, what is that price, about 14.16 and holds it, could be a really big move coming. But normally what we see is a rejection here. We'll come to the smaller time frame. Let's... First I'm going to zoom out and then we'll zoom in on this little guy. Oh, we're about running out of time. Ah, you're difficult. Okay, I'm going to run with this. Touchy. Tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so this idea is price travels in the channel. We're definitely at a top area. So, as beautiful as it looks right now, in all honesty, I would expect it to face rejection and come back for a pullback. Now, it'll probably come down to retest the half of the channel, which will be here. Give me a price. Give me a price. Give me a price. Precio. Come on, Precio. For the love of... So maybe it's back as 11:14. We'll put our fibs and see what kind of confidence that we can get there. But we're in a channel basically, and this is a top area, man. So if anybody wants to FOMO in, you're FOMOing in at the top, which is risky. Now we might see 16.2. That would be awesome. Maybe we'll get another run up, but this is still an area where it should get resisted. And again, I always go back to, you know, my trading style and what I try to tell everybody. So I'm looking for divergence right now, a little sign say, is to follow that trend line. So the daily, we're definitely on a strong trend on the daily. We'll come down to a smaller time frame, come back to the 4 hour. And that's where we get the trend line that we're following. This one. And we look for it to break, which we did. So we're back to where we started at. If we get back into the trend line, good. If not, 11:42. And let's see if there's some other areas that we can look at. We'll put our fibs now. 11.4. Yeah, this is 11.28 for my 618. We're right there. That would be the, yep. So I like getting back down to this area. I got 1089, 11. Let's pull this up here. We'll actually get our fib. I'm on Dex Tools and I'm normally on TradingView. So I got a little bitty window. Make sure you guys can see that. Let me take that ad down. There we go. Fibby. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Oh man. So the 618's coming in at 1130. I'm also liking 1077 area. Just depending on where it touches that trend line. So those are two areas I look for. They could come back down, but if we see this, if it does come up here, that's going to be big, and it's going to try to come back up to $16 and then make it above it. Maybe if it does that, we're starting to look at a big parabolic move. So that's what we want to watch this trend line for. But normally, this is what we would expect and bounce around at this area. Maybe you can come down lower and then regain. So we've got that. And remember that total 3 for altcoins is suffering right now, and it did break a major trend line. So that's all on this little guy right now. We'll take a look at the 1 hour just to see if we got a little hope. Now she's going to try it. Now she's going to try to break back in there. So if you are in it, you need to... The same idea applies. And tighten up your trend lines on this one if you want to, when you come to these smaller time frames.
Even though it's hard, it's not impossible. Tell them there's no limit.
And that's that's where it got rejected. So if it's a bearish retest, it's a good time to pay yourself a little bit and then buy cheaper. But it's really all about breaking this, man. So we can draw a trend line here too, and that would be another line in the sand. If that one breaks, you go below that. 1328 gets below that. Look for low. But she's at a cool little area. She really is, man. If we can get up here, we got a chance to moon. So it's all about this area.
Listen to that voice within, gotta know yourself. Don't worry about a
Just know that normally it's going to come down, and you see a lot of people are kind of seeing that too. There's a lot of sales in there. Not big ones, but there's some there. There's also a $4,000 buy that happened not long ago, so they're called at 1424. So I guess they're in the red right now. Thanks for sharing knowledge. By the way, I think you should advertise on your Telegram and other socials to get people to watch. I tried to put the word out. I'm not going to pay for the advertisements though. I'm just looking for just grassroots organic growth. But I think a lot of it has to do with I normally do a late night stream about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't know if that's the greatest one to get people to come to the channel. It's usually too late for people who are just not interested. And harder to reach people in other countries that way. So I'm looking for a different time frame. So or time thing for the stream. So I'm playing around a little bit. So what I'm going to do, because long streams just don't interest many people, I'm going ahead and cut this stream short. We're about 35 minutes into it or so. But you may see me pop up with some random streams as I try to figure out when I get the most engagement. So I might do another random one. I'm sticking with the Solana meme coins for today anyway, because I've got a big ass list of them and I've went through them, and some of the charts look very interesting. So guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and if you hit that bell notification, you can know when I come back on, which, what is it, 1:30? I don't know. If I get a chance, I'm thinking maybe 5 or 6-ish, and then maybe 8 or 9-ish, and then again, I don't know if I'll stream at 11 to 9 or 10:30 or 11 to 9, but that's my normal stream time, is trying to get in about 10:30. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you in a little bit.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on.
Dave, you've been talking about, and I haven't found that one yet. A place to buy it, but I'll put that for the stream. I'll make a note of it. Flex.
Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you.
Thanks for that tidbit of information. It's hard for us over here across the pond to realize what time it is other places. So that helps me put it in perspective. Good night, John boy.